Watch Jefferson climbs the ladder. Oh my goodness!
What is up, Jabroni JJ back here with the crew. Mangone, Snyder, Kurt, maybe will come on. Maybe he won't. He's dealing with some Wi-Fi issues. Maybe he's still got that AOL dial-up wherever he is. It's a tough scene, but needless to say, it's good to be back with the boys. Snyder, just based on the looks of things between you and Mangone, I'm likely just going to go to you first all show long. Mangone kind of looks like he's trying to play like Tom Sawyer from a Mark Twain book. He's got like the little bucket cap, the little white shirt. You look like you're living down by the river, Mangone. I mean, walk us through the outfit of choice today. I mean, I'm a fan, but it is an interesting, choice.
Yeah, I mean, you like the white hat look, right? But the idea was, first of all, I don't know if you heard, there's some rich billionaire party that was going on today, so maybe I was spotted there. At least that's what Glock and Rubio are saying on Twitter. But it's for Rubio, right? Rubio's been on here with the old DK bucket hat, so I figured I'm going to rock the DK bucket hat, right? And K. Fallick, our guy, he won like $191,000 and got to rep the white shirt, right? He's always on the premium show with the white shirt on. So I'm just trying to channel my inner Fallick and Rubio dimes here.
Things you absolutely love to see, but sad to say that outfit will earn you second place going the entire show long. So good, keep up the good work there, Travis. Somebody who actually showed up with the proper attire for the show today, Snyder, with the golf shirt, the golf hat, obviously all the golf memorabilia behind you. How'd you do last week, Snyder? And what are you looking forward to this week?
Yeah, it was a pretty good week last week. I had Morikawa and Fowler as my top two spin-ups. They ended up in the playoff. I would have rather had my guy Morikawa win, but it was good to see Fowler finally get off the schneid there. Looking forward to this event. I mean, it's a downfield. I kind of thought coming in this was going to be like a kind of a crappy event, but the more I dive into it, I kind of like this event from a DFS and betting standpoint, though.
Yeah, anytime I see Russell Henley as the favorite and Steven Yeager, who I've never even heard of, is in the top five. Yeah, obviously got to be a watered down field, but I'll let you talk more on that. Stephen Roche, I believe I have that pronounced properly. Roche, maybe, if you're French. What's going on? How are you? And also, folks, as you know, feel free to comment in the chat. Obviously, you got 15, 16 you watching. Don't be shy. But look, without further ado, John Deere Classic for this year. Snyder, walk us through some people's favorite segment of the week, course breakdown.
Yeah, we're here at the TPC Deere Run this week with yet another birdie fest in a very weak field. TPC Deere Run is going to measure 7,300 yards. Going to play as a par 71. Rough scene there, Dunkel. I like the
I tried.
Yeah. We're going to see average greens here right around 5,500 square feet. These bent grass greens are going to be rolling at around 11.5 to 12 on the step meter. Golfers are going to see water and play on 3 holes this week. Shouldn't have much trouble finding these wide fairways though off the tee. This is another event where you're going to need to get a hot putter at and play. It has played inside the top 8 easiest tracks on tour over the last 5 years. 8 holes are going to have a birdie rate of 20+%, and then 11 of the 18 holes have played under par as of recently. Wedge play will be another key asset here again this week, with the majority of the iron shots coming from 75 to 125 yards. 70% greens regulation have been the norm here, and bogeys will damage your chances of contending come Sunday, so you need to avoid that. Some other key stats we're looking at: strokes gained approach, off the tee, proximity 75 to 125, birdies are better percentage, opportunities gained, and then putting with an emphasis on bent grass.
Love it as always, Mitch. Great job. Little Trop, Mango, getting a little shout there, Travis. Looks like he likes the Tom Sawyer look, so got a little fan there in Little Trop. I also like that it's like a rap name, like Little Trop, I fucks with it. All right, so we'll talk a little DFS. Obviously, the show will probably feel a little quicker with just you two, but as far as the DFS end, Snyder, I'll start with you. Oh, look at what we might have here. Hold the phone, folks. This might require a bit of a backdrop change. Look at who decides to join the party. Better late than never. Kurt, what's going on? How are you?
I'm good. Did I miss the course preview yet?
You did. Not to say you can't watch it back, but But you did. It's all good though. We appreciate you still kind of look at the hair. The hair looks fantastic. Kurt, anything you want to mention before we talk DFS? I know you're a little late, but anything you want to bring up?
No, excited to get after it. I kind of love these watered down fields, especially for my rainmakers, but also because I like pick and scrub. So I'm ready to get after the John Deere.
Love it. Love it. Snyder, for DFS, who do you like at the top? Who do you like at the bottom this week?
I'm going to go with a guy near the top. Not going to go all the way up to the top, but I'm going to go to a guy, Eric Cole. I like him at 9,700 this week. He's been enters with great form here. He just comes off of a win at like an invitational type event where he won like $20,000 and donated it all back. So he's got the good mojo coming into this week. I feel like he's going to contend here. It's a good spot for him to pop. Kind of similar to that Canadian Open where he got 6th place at. So I like his upside here. And then for a value, I'm going to go down to my guy Carson Young again. I've been playing him pretty much every week. He's been paying off. They keep his price tag down low in the low 7Ks, and the ownership doesn't look like it's going to be getting out of hand down here. So I like a Carson Young probably at around 10 to 15% ownership.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Kurt, on your end, I know you're a little late to the show, but I assume you got some DFS love, especially as you mentioned, you love these watered down fields. Who do we like this week in the DFS streets? You are muted, by the way.
What an assist. What an assist. Yeah, up top, I'm going a little bit chalky. I'm going Russell Henley. I just think he's due for kind of a breakthrough win, as do a lot of people. If you look at the stats, the approach is awesome. Ball striking's been awesome. Just needs one of those decent putting weeks. So give me Russell Henley up top. And then DK Longshot, I'm going Ryan Palmer. Stats look great on Ryan Palmer. I love him at Birdie Fest. I wish this was in Texas, but still, Ryan Palmer is the guy for the Birdie Fest. I prefer him at Birdie Fest in Texas, but we'll take it. Where's the John Deere at anyways?
It's in Iowa.
Iowa. Yeah, I figured somewhere in the middle.
It's Iowa. I thought it's Illinois. No?
They're all the same.
It's like in the Tri-Cities.
Indiana, Iowa, Illinois. They're all the same.
It's right in that Tri-Cities area, but
Nebraska.
it's actually located in Iowa, but it's like right across the border from Illinois.
Don't let Steve Boynton hear you guys say that. He says Chicago's the greatest city, so he'll be very hurt by hearing Iowa being compared to Illinois.
Well, let's be clear. Downtown Chicago should not be compared with Iowa. However, Chicago as a whole, yes, has a lot of pieces to it that could, rival Illinois and Iowa. What's up, Alex? Kurt giving you a quick shout. Maybe it's the burner popping in, but either way, giving you a quick shout, Kurt.
Alex, go.
I can't pull one.
Good luck this week. I don't know if it's this week. The Fantasy Golf Championship. They take a break and then I don't know that. But anyway,
I can't imagine the championship would be this week. I can't.
Okay, yeah. Good luck, Alex.
I think it's round 2 actually this week.
Yeah, I didn't know if they just waited, but it's crazy they do it during the Travelers and John Deere. But regardless, good luck, Alex. Go get that chip.
Yeah, good luck, Alex. And Lil Trop, have some more confidence in yourself. Let me tell you something. Bucket hats, if you don't think you can pull one off, that's on you. I mean, it doesn't, whatever other people tell you, fuck them. Keep wearing the hat, and you'll get to a point where you wear it so often that it becomes a party. Look at Mangone. He wears this hat every week. It's basically a part of him now. Never even used to wear them before 2 weeks ago. So jump on the wave, Lil Trop. I got you. Mangone, speaking of you, DFS, who do you like this week?
Yeah, Lil Trop. I got some sunglasses for you that not everyone, but I was in Aruba, right? And I come downstairs with these sunglasses on, right? These things.
Oh yeah, those are a MAGA special right there.
Yeah, these are like I don't care at all, right? And I'm in Aruba, and my friend's aunt, she says to me, she goes, Travis, why the hell are you wearing those? I said, Sharon, I'm hanging with the boys today, right? I ain't looking for my best look. I'm just hanging with the boys in the pool, having some drinks, tossing the football around, and having a good time. I'm gonna wear the American sunglasses.
Guys being guys, dudes being dudes.
Look at Mangone telling Sharon to sit the fuck down. You love to see it.
Yeah, my friend's aunt Sharon, I told her, not today, not good. So anyways, DFS this week. It's a tough DFS week. It's definitely, again, like you look at these guys and you're like, man, Russell Henley's one of the most expensive guys. And listen, he's the best in approach this week. I've been on the Russell Henley train. I'm going to keep riding it with my expensive options. So Russell Henley's going to be my top guy DFS wise. Like I said, last 24 rounds, best player in the field in approach. Also, he has pretty good course history, T11 and second. So I'm the Russell Henley train DFS wise. When it goes to my next option, I'm going to go down a little bit cheaper. I don't typically dive into these 6K range, but there's a golfer down here that I think is a really good option. I'm going with our guy, Grayson Sigg. He's been pretty good on approach too, last 24 rounds. His recent form's been pretty good. So my two DFS options are Henley at the top, and then for 6.9K, I'm going to Grayson Sigg as one of my values.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And Snyder, I'll kick it back to you for your outright this week. Who do we like? I know that the other two. I think you were big on Henley though, or no, it was really Kurt and Mangone maybe big on Henley. But either way, you riding that wave. I know I don't want to call him chalk, but he is obviously the fave. Who do you like if it's not him?
I'm going to go with a guy that's been close a few times this year. I got second at the Charles Schwab, 7th at the Memorial, and then he was 7th last week, and he's got 2 finishes inside the top 6 in his last 3 trips here. Adam Schenk at 28-1 will be my favorite to win the event.
Just making sure I get that spelling right. Oof. I don't think I got that spelling right.
Schenk.
What was he in K? No, I did. Idiot. And you got him at 30-1. Is that correct?
28-1 was what I got here at Warhorse, but I think you can find some better lines on him.
Yeah, 30
yeah.
Yeah, I see 30 at TK.
You can definitely shop lines this week big time. I mean, the lines are going to be definitely very different on sites for sure.
Definitely agree. Kurt, well, you're outright. Who we on?
Chris Kirk. Already has a win this year. What's I put down? Coming off 14th finish last week, 4th tee to green. I think maybe numero dos comes this week, possibly. Chris Kirk. Shout out to him being sober for I don't know how many years, but always cheering on sobriety there. And then long shot Callum Tarrant. The ball striking is trending up, 75-1. Week filled. Maybe his breakthrough comes. Just takes one hot putter week with the way he's been striking it.
Callum Tarrant. That's 75-1.
The girls in there. We're not at the beach today. We did get some Bobby though.
Tarrant 75-1. All right, so Mangone, since Kurt went outright with long shot, maybe we'll just let you go a double banger there too. Who's your outright, and then follow it up with your long shot?
Yeah, my outright is the same as Kurt's. 30-1. Chris.
God, we're freaking aligned.
I know we are aligned. One thing too, Chris Kurt obviously really good at like the birdie fest, right? Good iron play, which is what I'm obviously looking for here. On top of that, one thing about Chris Kurt is, listen, he was kind of struggling before, right? He missed 3 cuts in a row, but bounced back at the Rocket Mortgage. Let's get on the train while we can, right? Let's get on early. I want to punch my ticket early with Chris Kurt, and I think again, guys that I like to live in that like 20 to 40-1 range, and he's one of those guys that I like there. My next one is like a real long shot. I went to 120-1 to my guy Grayson Sig, who I had mentioned. And listen, this is not a bad week too to maybe embrace some guys lower on the card. I know when you build out a card, you like to grab a guy at the top. It's not a bad week to skip guys towards the top. And maybe let's say you build out 5 golfers typically each week, or 3 golfers. Maybe you can grab 10 at like that, 80-1 or further, because there's going to be a lot of long shots that are going to be kind of in it at the end. And then maybe you can start making some hedging on Sunday. So I got Chris Kirk and Grayson Sig as my 2 outrights.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And I don't hate the fact that you and Kurt are arm in arm with outrights. I usually dislike when we're arm in arm on matchups, but when we're arm in arm on outrights, then I'm cool with it, especially when they're not the chalk or favorites. Snyder, I'll kick it over to you for your long shot. Before we do, obviously got a quick question on Zach Blair, or not even a question, just a comment from Randy on Zach Blair. Any thoughts on him? You playing him in DFS? Doing anything with Blair?
I don't think I'm going to get there. I think he's fine, like long in large field GPPs and such, but I just don't think I'm going to get there. He's fine. He popped in that one event. I mean, I could see it again, but if you want to play like 5% of him, you'll probably get overweight on him. But for my long shot, I'm going to go back to a guy who first got his first win here back in 2018, I believe. Michael Kim at 70-1. Starting to show some signs of form. He's been playing well at the easier tracks this year too. This is gonna be a much watered down field for him there as well. Was 7th at the Wells Fargo, 6th at the Memorial. Has been playing all right. I think he can get a hot putter here, and he's really good with the wedges here. So I like Michael Kim here at 70-1.
Good enough. Works for me. And we'll stick with you, Snyder, for your T20. Who's somebody favorable there, or odds that make sense for you, value wise on a T20 for this week?
Yeah, for this week, I'm going to go with a soldier this week, Carson Young. You can get him at plus 375 to a top 20 here. He's actually been inside the top 20 quite a few times this year. He was 15th at the Travelers, 14th at the Byron Nelson. Much easier track here, a much easier field. I think he can slide inside that top 20 pretty easily, I think.
Awesome. And Kurt, in regards to your T20, anybody stick out for you there? Muted.
I got Seabez plus 280 on FanDuel. The guy, I like him at Birdie Fest, but it never seems like he has like the firepower to get up there. He obviously got T2 here last year. But I'll tell you what he can do. He's Birdie Fest. He can get you a top 20 for plus 280 on FanDuel.
That's Bazooka, right? Seabez?
Yeah. Christian Bezadenhout. Shout out to
what were those odds?
Plus 280 on FanDuel.
Cool. Mangone, last but not least for T20. Anybody stick out on the board for you?
Yeah, I just went with, I like to keep that tight core. We talked about it, Dunkel. I'm going back with Chris Kirk. Again, I think he's a great iron player. I got him at plus 160 for the T20. Again, I think this is where we start kind of getting hot and getting on the train with Chris Kirk. So that's going to be my option here for T20.
Love it. Just pushing all the chips in on Chris Kirk. You're not going to see me complain about that. Now, Snyder, matchup-wise, anything there? Are you going to stick with some of the guys you've already mentioned, fading somebody that you haven't mentioned? What are we doing with a matchup for this week?
I think for the matchup, I'm just going to continue to fade Cameron Young like I have been for the past couple of months. Something's wrong with this game. It's not looking good. You can get Adam Hadwin at plus 105 versus Cameron Young in the matchup. He's coming off a second-place finish last week. He was 12th at the Canadian Open, so he's been playing well in these easier type field events. He's got a much better short game than Cameron Young has shown as of late. So I'm going to ride with Adam Hadwin and his hot putter versus the guy who can't make a putt at all.
Good stuff. Kurt, how about you for a matchup this week? What's your favorite one or favorite look?
Didn't love too much, but I did settle on this one. It hurt because I kind of actually do. I'm a little bit of a Sepp Straka guy, believe it or not. But Mark Hubbard, plus 100 over Sepp Straka. I just trust Mark Hubbard's irons a lot more in a Birdie Fest. I know he didn't do great last week. It's a little bit off the tee issues. I think he kind of cleans that up, the issues he's had the last 2 weeks, and then he can always drive it with the irons. So Mark Hubbard, plus 100 over Sepp Straka.
Good stuff. And last but not least for the segment and for the show, Travis, who's your matchup for this week?
Yeah, Dunkel, I'm gonna throw you a spin on this one, but you always have your shows and you go at the end, gamble responsibly. I'm gambling responsibly and not betting a matchup this week. I didn't like any on the board. Pulled them up. I didn't like any. I didn't know what to tell you. I went through it and I was just like, all these suck. And there was even one that I remember I saw and I said, do I like this one? And I was like, no, because I don't want to bet against that option. So I have 0 matchups for you, Dunkel. I'm going to gamble responsibly here.
Okay, so we just want to make sure we document that Mangone's matchup is nothing. It's for those playing Jeopardy at home, that pays like plus 10,000. Mangone wasn't going to give out a match. It's like a draw in UFC. Good stuff though. Good stuff though all around. So I'll be honest, guys. The show MVP, this one's pretty easy. Mangone didn't even give a matchup. Kurt showed up 20 minutes late. Snyder, I'm going to be honest. This wasn't your best effort today, but just by default, you kind of grabbed the show MVP. So take it as you will. Kurt won a default MVP, I think, a few weeks back. Mangone's won MVP recently as well. So take it in stride. You want to talk on the Soldiers? You want to talk on whatever you got brewing this weekend? Talk on some more golf. Floor is yours, my friend.
Dunkel, sometimes winners just win. So we'll take this W. We're going to move on to the Scottish Open next week. We've got all the content up on the website. Use that promo code SUMMER33. Get yourself 33% off, which even includes Saber Sim. We've got the playbook up, the cash chart, the core plays are up, the heat map, Big T's player pools up. Everything's up there. Mangone's going to have his stuff up there too. A core play. Kurt's going to have his core up. Showdown's going to be going full stream ahead this week, even though it's a watered down field. We'll still have content for every day with shows as well. So looking forward to this event, even though it is kind of a watered down field. Kind of like it from a DFS and betting standpoint. I'm going to go put in my bets here. I got a pretty good amount of top 20s and such. I'm going to go put in here at the local casino here.
Great stuff. Great stuff. And as folks, please like the video if you have not already. It's really not hard. And as Snyder mentioned, promo code SUMMER33 gets 33% off all sports at Run Pure, of course, including golf, which starts tomorrow. And Kurt Mangone, while I might bust your chops, the show is simply not the same without the two of you. So thanks for popping in regardless. And Snyder, of course, as well. And thank everybody for tuning in. And Lil Trop, bringing the heat. I guess real quick for Lil Trop, he is asking about action. Anybody want to take that comment?
I actually did a bunch of outrights for the first time ever. I did like 6 outrights this week, and Akshay was one of them. He's been cucking me, but it's just a talent thing. I doubt it hits, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm burning money. Oh well.
Sounds like you like that kind of stuff. If you're going back to the well, Kurt.
So what?
Could be worse.
Sounds like you like that kind of stuff. If you're going back to the well, Ashke.
Hey, the guy's a pretty good looking fella.
But yes, thank you everybody for tuning in. As always, gamble responsibly, stay safe, and yes, Run Pure. We'll see you guys next week.